What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Coming at you guys. Well, on the market watch today. Only a certain amount of Yu-Gi-Oh players got the remote duel invitational qualifier game mat, making this one of the most hottest mats. Well, the most hottest mats out right now that nobody really has yet, but 16 players in each pod will be able to get. Now the question is, how much is it going to be selling for? Right now the price point, only thing we have is considered a price point, is on eBay, in which mat's currently roughly around $400. How much would you pay for the mat? I had some people already ask me about the mat, whether I'm selling mines or not selling mines. I'm looking to get rid of mines. I don't know how much for. Yeah, I have no idea. But even though I do like this mat, I think it's a really cool mat. I'm not a big fan of Invoked, so I would definitely be looking forward to selling this. I also want to say the fact that this mat is really hard to find now, but there's going to be another remote duel event. In fact, next weekend is a remote duel event that's going to be happening to get you your spot to play in a remote duel invitational qualifier. And if you make top 16, more than likely you have an opportunity to get this mat. Or maybe Konami flips the script and gets another mat. And this mat just still becomes even more rare with that news. Who knows? Well, one thing's for sure is this mat is definitely worth a good amount of money right now. Mats are almost their own market. I'm not a big fan of the mat market per se because I don't like rubber mats. Some of them do still have great value, but I'm a big fan of like cloth mats. And cloth mat, I mean, you get a cloth mat and you get a good one, you're good to go for a while. And there's a lot of great companies out there. One of them is definitely Imperium Duelist. But guys, before we get into the video, I just want to say please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, comment down below, and that's the only things you gotta do for me. You can literally do it with your hands, hitting the little thing on your phone or your computer. Easy peasy. Listen, the market is always moving. It's time to educate the uneducated as far as what they think they know about the market. I mean, Blazing Vortex is coming out within, less than 2 weeks roughly? Or was it 2 weeks? I'm really bad at days. But Blazing Vortex is going to be coming out, and we're definitely going to be taking a deep look into this set and analyzing what it has. The only thing about Blazing Vortex I'm really excited about is that new pod card. It has like 2 names, whatever, but I'm really excited about this card. I think it's going to be a great card, and to me, that's the only thing I'm laser focused on. Every time Konami has released a good pod card, especially the last couple of them, they've been pretty good. Have there been misses? Yeah, there definitely have been misses, but with cards like Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Duality, Pot of Avarice, I mean, there's been some huge hits that actually define the meta in their own way by just existing, and I do think, with this new pod card coming out, it's going to be doing the same thing. Then we have Legendary Duel Season 2 booster box displays. I told you last, I'll tell you again, never buy the pre-sale prices. It's never a good idea. Are there opportunities you will miss by not buying in pre-sale prices? Sure, but they're so few and far between. By going in and buying right now the pre-sale prices, you are paying top dollar for something that's going to devaluate versus go up in value. Can it happen still? Sure, but not on release day, not for the beginning of the WoW. These prices go down, stabilize, and then maybe some of them go up. We saw Denko Seka, a card which everybody kind of forgot about. I played Dragons this past weekend, made top 8 deck profiles in my last video on this channel, and I really wish I had Denko Seka. Any Elik variant I played against, Denko Seka would have been huge. Listen, I might not go into my Vanities play, but if I'm going second against my opponent who's playing an Elik variant, I'm going to be able to drop Denko Seka on them and just kill him that turn. That's how broken this card is. And I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of forgot about this card, or maybe a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are looking at other alternatives. I mean, the alternatives was Twin Twisters, Lightning Storms, anything, Cosmic Cyclone, things like that. But Denko Seka just hits board and goes, hold on 1 minute, I gotta kill you very quickly, and then you activate your back row. And I think that's something really good about this card. I think the other trap cards, I mean, the other Lightning Storms and Twin Twisters is alright, but you're not really destroying the problem. You're just removing it from this turn, and they're just going to bring it back next turn. If it's mid-game, none of those things do anything. One, because Lightning Storm has a huge prerequisite, but two, with Twin Twisters, they're just going to chain, activate, and Haquero, get a card in your graveyard. They're just going to do things, and it's not going to be fun time. So, I really do like Denko Seka. I really do like having the ability to go stamina phase, main phase. Your opponent goes short, the minute he's short, main phase. If I'm turn player and I'm going second, I have priority, Denko's hitting the board. You got your strike. Actually, no, doesn't really work, does it? You got your warning. That works, but nobody plays it. So Denko Seka stays on the board. Activate Torrential. Hilarious. Read this card real quickly. This is a broken card that a lot of you players kind of just forgot about. Like I'm saying, if you're playing a heavy, aggressive deck like Dragons, like I am, you might want to consider having a place of this card in your side deck. I just literally put in my side deck today, and I'm looking forward to seeing the duels with this amazing card. If you're looking to get which version and saying, V, what's the best version? Well, there's two versions, in my opinion. Those are the best version. And they're not like Best Buy a lot. You got the original for coming out of new challenges, which is $1 market price. It's roughly around like $1. And then you have the secret version coming out of About Legends Like Revenge. That version is roughly around $2, $3 with shipping. So that's basically what Denko Sec. I just think it's a really good card nobody's really using right now. Ignisters are going up in value, and I think I heard also support somewhere about Ignisters. If you didn't buy yours now, you have opportunity to still buy it, I guess. I mean, the value is roughly around $7. The original market price is showing to be roughly around $5.64. So yeah, I guess so. But who doesn't have Ignisters? I mean, the deck is so cheap. It's a really easy pickup. I don't know how much it costs to finish the deck off, but it wasn't a lot of money, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players know that if they was to go ahead and grab this deck core as well. Then we have Plunder Patrol. I have a buddy who loves this deck, and the value is still kind of crazy. I mean, Whitebeard being roughly around $10, Redbeard being roughly around $9, extra deck cards for the most part being $1 still, except Plunder Patrol Ship Lights coming out of Eternity Code, and that bad boy's roughly around $6. For the most part, Plunder Patrol isn't that much money, but when you're spending like $10 on an ultra rare, you just feel cheated. Then we have Zoodiac. So here's the weird thing about Zoodiac. Zoodiac, by the way, this past weekend did an amazing job, and we all knew it was going to. We knew the best decks: Zoodiacs, Drytons, Ellic finished the rest of that sentence. Virtual World. These are just excellent decks in the game right now. And these are our top tier decks, and of course, Zoodiac was going to be one of them. The question is, how long is Zoodiac going to be one of them? Because looking at OTS Pack 5, Zoodiac Whiptail with a $47 market price, the value is actually down to roughly around $41. The hype is dying down. This card at one point was $60, and the hype's dying. In fact, Thoroughblade is still up there, by the way. Original print out of Raging Tempest, $9 for unlimited first editions, also roughly around almost near $10. And if you want the 2017 Megashin version of Thoroughblades, well, yeah, no luck there. They're roughly around almost near $9 as well. Zoodiac is calming down in the market. We still have crazy card prices, like I said, with Zoodiac Thoroughblade, and super rare Rams are roughly around $7 to $8. The question is, when do you sell? Do you sell? Do you hold? It's a really hard decision because I really do like Zoodiacs a lot. And I really do like having a deck, especially a deck core, in max rarity. But if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I always tell you, if a deck core max rarity is money and you're not using it, why are you not selling it? That's the thing I'm saying to everybody, or even a part of that deck core. Let's say Zoodiacs were not being used, but somehow Ram was somehow being used, and was a money card, I would say sell the Ram. In this case, we have a deck core, it's technically still being used, but the question is, but for how long? In fact, 5-Mission Taking coming out of Astro Pack 3 with a $128 market price is roughly around, well, roughly around 125. I thought that one's gone to about 130. So it's still roughly around 130 for 5-Mission Tanky. And the ulti, in which a couple of years ago was roughly around $18 to $20. Wow. I want to sell mines. I have a playset. I want to sell it. I want to get rid of it as fast as possible. The problem is, and the worry is, I think we should all be worried, is Tanky was $20. The hype came out. People were excited about playing Tanky again. It spiked up to 60. Went as high as 80, by the way. Resolved back down to 60. That was a new price point. No more $20 Tankies. It's $60 a copy now. Everyone's like, wow, $60 Tankies. That's insane. That's nuts. Then we got Tri-Brigade coming out. The price jacked up again. Went back down to $130. Wow, that's a lot of money. $130 a copy. That's a good amount of money. The thing is, whenever you pull away from these ultis, especially these Astro Pack Konami exclusive deck cards like ultis like 5-Mission Tanky, it's really hard for the market to throw it back down below the price point. Now, don't get me wrong, if you bought an $18, $20 ulti Tanky, you're probably smiling like I am right now. The problem is, if you sell yours, you're not going to be buying that back for $18, $20. You're going to have to, the new ballpark is now $125, $130. And whoever's buying them right now is hoping that value of this card goes beyond that. But do you know? No. Investment. And that's what it is. It's an investment, and with every investment comes risk. Risk meaning you can have a chance of making that money. Get $200 5-Mission Tanky. Cha-ching. Or the card value tanking. And there's opportunity for it to tank, actually. But there's also, as we've shown right now, an opportunity for it to rise. I'll show you an opportunity for it to tank in a second. Looking at Genesis Impact, let's talk about cards that, and this is a great example. When Genesis Impact came out, even the collector's rares were worth nothing. I mean, they're worth money, don't get me wrong, but like not like real money. They were like Monopoly money worth money. They were so low. Why is that? Because everyone and their mother heard about Toon Chaos, heard about it was money, and they said, hey, we're doing it again with Collector's Rares, and then here we are with everyone going in and buying Justice Impact, opening, sorting, and selling. And of course, the Collector's Rares being available, they wanted to sell that to make the money. Unfortunately, everyone did it. When everyone does something, value lowers. And this is why I tell a lot of people that, they might not understand it. Listen, you might want a certain thing a certain way, but if everyone is available to get it and everyone has it, it's not going to be worth anything. Right now, I'm talking on a Shure microphone, and this microphone is relatively expensive. If everyone has one of these microphones, the value of this microphone is not expensive anymore. It's like $1, if that, and you're getting ripped off. So that's what it is with a lot of these cards. But here's what happened. After everyone went onto the market, well, people slowly started going in and buying. I'll take a Phoenix and a Unicorn. And I'll take a Unicorn, and I'll take the Live Twins. I'll take me some Live Twins, and all this jazz. And now we're seeing the market actually starting to slowly stabilize. Is this market and Justice Impact? And here's the question. For Collector's Rare, stable? No. It is not stable. Not only is this market not stable, because it's still trying to find its way into the market. I mean, the listings are 27 listings and 23 listings. They're not bad. They're way better than how they were before. But is it stable? No. Why? Because the meta is constantly changing. And even though these cards, which should have been for collectors, hence the name Collector's Rare Konami, they're changing along with the ever-changing meta. So we'll see this prices change. Some will go up and some will tank as Collector's Rares. I don't like Maximum Gold, which is just a terrible set for value. People get mad at me and they go, V, you really hate gold set. Well, yes. The only parameter of gold that I would ever accept is an ultimate rare kind of gold, which never really got done. This was supposed to be it, but it's not it. Or the ghost gold, that I think it's a great version, a great investment. Everything else gold, I don't really like it. Unless it's a solo print in the set as well. That's not the parameter. Solo print, sure, I'll take it. It's gold rarity, whatever. I'm not crazy about it, but a solo print gold rare is still gonna have money because the opportunity for it to see meta play will mean there's a risk for investment of the card if there's only printing. We saw this with number 38. Was it number 38? The Hope Harbinger. We saw it with that card before I got Super Rare reprinting, and the gold still has a good amount of value. Anyway, looking at gold set from Maximum Gold, some people will still comment, V, I love how Maximum Gold looks like. That's great. I don't care. Listen, I'm glad you're happy. Seriously. I don't eat crayons. I don't care. What I'm trying to tell you is, I'm trying to do it in these videos. I'm not sure people just think it's all aesthetics. It's not. It's about value, investment. What can be worth something? People that have bought Maximum Gold, that were in on it when I would do my videos back then telling you don't do that, were flipping out in my comment section. Now, I think we can all agree that these aren't money. I'm not here to show off and tell you, oh, look at me, I did right. No. I'm here to show you that this is what Gold does, and this is the kind of sets we have, and this is why certain sets are good to buy, and certain sets are definitely not good to buy. You could go with the golden rule, buy a set if you could pre-sell it. If you go open sort and sell it and get it before the official release date, you'll make good money, the most money to be honest. But ultimately, a lot of players didn't do that. They got this a day of, a little bit afterwards, especially with the postal service how it is, maybe way afterwards, opened it, sorted it, and lost money. Stay tuned for sealed sets. This is why I said, hit me out with the Blazing Vortex. I'll tell you what's good in the set. I'll tell you what's bad in the set. I'll tell you what's worth buying a case. But stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I'll let you know, because I'll tell you right now, there are certain core sets that are good. Certain courses I'm not excited about. I thought Phantom Rage was going to be a good set, though. I will say with Phantom Rage, I thought it was going to be a good set. I don't think you could have found anybody that thought it was going to be a bad set. Basically, what happened with Phantom Rage is more or less an anomaly, but ultimately, it's like Genesis Impact, where everybody bought into the set. They were really excited about it. Oh, this is going to be such a good set, because it's going to have these Starlights, and this set's going to have Collector's Rares, and then it died. But look at that Gold. I don't think the set's that terrible. I mean, Ashbush was still $12. Alright. The most expensive card is about $21. Alright. Infinite Impermanence is $19. Alright. But ultimately, it's not really, it's not good money. Gatling Tracking at LTS Tournament Pack 7 is roughly around $7 on the market price, and almost about bought out. Okay. Sure. I don't know what this is about. And then we have Sinister Shadow games coming out, original print from Duelist Alliance, with a $4 market price. You're not getting that for $4 anymore. It's now $11 for Sinister Shadow Games, so Adidus Alliance. It also had another printing in 2015 Mega Pack, and that version of that card, by the way, for the Mega Pack version, is anywhere from $8 to near $9. Oh, it also has a common printing. That's still 10 cents. Sorry, those who own commons. So let's talk about the reason why a card, like I said earlier in the video, 5-push and tanky, which is insanely expensive right now, can lose value. The question is, will it maintain loss of value? Is it a short temporary loss of value? Is there not something else that can replace it as the money card and it just loses value that way? Or is it's going to lose value and then come back like a roller coaster ride? Because these are a lot of questions you have to ask. And you really got to argue to yourself if you're being truthful as far as what you're investing in these cards within the market. So we know with, I think it's the next set, Phantom Rage coming out. I believe, not Phantom Rage, wrong. Whatever the next set is, I already forgot already. Blazing Vortex. I think it's Blazing Vortex. Anyway, Trishala Dragon of the Ice Barrier is going to be getting a Starlight Rare. So here's the question. Is the ulti, which is roughly around, Astro Pack 8 by the way, roughly around $150, going to be going down in value? And by the way, the market price is 180. Give you a little take about what's going on with that. Oh, it's a dual tournament version, which is holding a $372 market price. Going to be going down in value. It's currently $315. Is this going to be the future of these cards? Are they going to be going down with the release of Starlight? No. Not necessarily the way you think it, the way I think a lot of people think about it. Because a lot of people ask me questions about these 2 cards, well, 3 cards, non-stop. Even the other versions, I have 0 idea, probably, who cares. Not for nothing, you have a secret rare, high-speed ride, Trishala, sell it. It's a beautiful looking card, but sell it. You could get a ultra rare out of Dual Saga, why would you want? Anyway, so, what's going to happen with these cards? Well, here's what's going to happen. I think the same thing happened with these cards is going to happen with Effect Failure, where Ulti Effect Failure, with the announcement of a Starlight Effect Failure, immediately started going down in value, like immediately so. And yeah, Effect Failure has more play than Trishala. I get what you're trying to say. Trishala's a one-up. I see that. I'm just going based off the value alone. Looking at Ultimate Rare Effect Failure, the value went down for a little bit, short stabilization period, and bounced right back up. Effect Failure now is higher than it ever has been, well, because it's a great card, even though it's seeing 0 play. Though, I will say, the Starlight Rare Effect Failure went crazy high right off the gate, and now it's actually stabilized at a much lower price point. So what's going to happen with Trishala? Well, the Rarity Whore rule comes into play as far as valuation. If you guys don't know what it means, it's if you don't have that card, I want it times 3. And that's because we want it because it's hard for you to get. Okay, that's the mentality of, I like the way Rarity Paisanos, comment down below. How should we do this? I don't like that word Rarity Whore. I don't even like Rarity Whore of the Night. It sounds like a weird word for prostitution. I got monies and I buy Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know, we need something like a name. Comment down below, know what you guys think. Anyway, so what's going to happen is these cards at first are going to be going low in value. The market, as you can see already, is starting to devalue these cards. People are selling these cards at a lower price point, and people are listing these cards at a lower price point. And now a lot of people are buying these cards at lower price points because they want to see what happens with Trishala, a Starlight Rare. Trishala Starlight Rare is going to come out. It's going to be worth a lot of money. Nobody's going to want it because who's playing Trishala? Like, for real, though. Besides my member Paisanos, and they're not all playing Trishala. They're playing a different version, the Ultra Rare, out of Shonen Jump magazine. So who's playing Trishala? Almost nobody. Maybe it'll make a meta, and if it doesn't, which I'm pretty sure it's not going to make a meta, the new set, Blazing Vortex, what we're going to see is the value of that Trishala go down. And then what's going to happen to these 2? Well, what's easier to get? The Starlight Rare, the Dual Terminal 4 Rare, the Ashpack 8 Rare. Here's the pecking order. Starlight Rare is still always going to be the hardest one to get. It'll maintain the highest value. Starlight Rares, for the most part, maintain a high value, even from the Ultimate counterpart, like in the case of Effect Veiler. Despite the fact that Effect Veiler still is a much better looking card, in my opinion. Looking at the Starlight Rare Trishala, I think the second one will be Dual Terminal 4 Trishala. Now, it's going down now. It's going to stabilize and quickly bounce back up. So keep an eye on that and hold that if you already have it. And if you don't have it, you might want to invest in this one because it will go back up in value. Followed by the Ultimate Rare, which I think in time will be hard to get as well and go up even higher than what it currently is in the market. I just want to break that whole thing down. A lot of people have been hitting me up on Instagram, hitting me up on Facebook, all over Discord, asking me what's going to happen with the fate of this card. That's the fate of the whole Trishala situation. It's going to be just like Effect Veiler. It's going to go down, stabilize, shoot back up. And it's going to happen relatively fast. In fact, we might do a video talking about the future. I still think Starlight Rare will be the highest, but not by a huge margin. Now, here's something really interesting. Konami reprinted Trishala. Now, here's the question. Did they reprint Trishala because it's an iconic card? I don't think so. Did they reprint Trishala because it's a card that maybe they want to push for product? Well, that's feasible. That's feasible, but we don't know realistically. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's always an option. Or did they print Trishala because it's a card out of, well, the last highest printing was an Ultimate Rare out of, well, Ashpack 8. And they said we want to have a new higher set. I think Konami, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, in the case of DD Crow, Fact Veiler, Trishala, is adding a new tier to the rarity system. Meaning, obviously, if you look at the OCG, you see they have Ultimate Rares, they have Ghost Rares, they have the original Prince Secret Rares. We had it for a while, and then it stopped happening because production errors, aka OCG didn't want us to have it. But here in the TCG, I think Konami's adding a variety of new tier lists as far as rarities. Because you have multiple rarities. If I can get the card at Starlight Rare, but you can still get the card in the case of Trishala at Ultra for $1, well, the card does the same thing. The only difference is I have the card at a high value. Now, in order for me to get that card at higher value, that would have had to been pulled. If I'm lucky enough I can pull it, more than likely, it's bought on the TCG player. So what Konami is doing is they're going, what's the last highest tier list as far as rarity? Well, you can say Ghost Rare, but it's not happening anymore. The correct answer is Ultimate Rare. In fact, it's still currently happening, well, with the Konami exclusive packs that sometimes you can get, maybe, who knows. Okay, so with that said, that's the current line of the tier list. Before that, you had regular sets with Secret Rares, and then goofy side sets. Recently, we saw with Collector's Rares happening in Toon Chaos and Justice Impact. My theory is that Konami said to themselves, we need a new higher rarity to have people open source sell these sets. It will help sell sealed product, which they care about, it's the bottom line. It will give new life into the secondary market. And for those, in the cases of Trishala you see right now, people will be buying and selling. In fact, if you guys see find me on Instagram, links to me down below. I posted a picture of a Walmart and literally made this in within a sentence. You sell right now. This is a seller's market we're in right now. It's a huge seller's market. But is it a buyer's market? Just as much so. But you gotta know what to buy sparingly. Where sell, well, if it's worth money, you're probably gonna want to sell it if you're not wanting to collect it or play it. So, yeah, going with that, guys, I know I've been talking a lot about the market, and I've been thinking a lot about it. I'm trying to, analyze it as much as possible, but I do think what Konami's doing with these Starlight Rares, they're going to be here to stay. And then if that is to be the case, which I think, once again, that's my case for what I think Konami's doing as far as this moving forward, what's going to happen is we're going to treat Starlight Rares like we treat Ghost Rares. So, why is Ghost Rare so important? Starlight Rare so important? Well, Ghost Rare Stars Dragon is worth a lot of money. Appaloosa is the first first Starlight Rare. The first thing normally is worth a lot of money as far as Ghost and Starlight. I don't know about Ultimate Rare. I actually don't know where the first Ultimate Rare. It's been a while. But Starlight and Ghost Rarity, they're almost parallel. They're not fully the same, but they almost are. So keep a close eye on Starlight Rares. That is the new go. That's a new money card. That's a new higher rarity. The big dog in the block. Post down below which rarity you like. Personally speaking, I think Ultimate Rare is my favorite. In the case of Trishala, I still think the Dual Terminal is better, but just because something's better doesn't mean I like it as a physical card to play with. I still think Ultimate Rare is the best out of everything for almost every single card. Dual Terminal Trishala does look nice though. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thank you for my rambling about analytics as far as the market and what I think Konami's doing. And I might have a video coming out talking about the remote duels and things I wish I knew before I even started engaging remote duels. Tips for you guys that are looking to do it, as well as more videos just coming out in the future. I've been really busy with a lot of other projects on the side. It's really hard to sit here and do nothing when there's a pandemic. So I've been really trying to keep myself busy. And then what I did was I got over busy. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And like I said, I would greatly appreciate if you hit give this video a like button. Comment down below, hit the subscribe button. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.